of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The first carry now. This is Williams. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Dolphins are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Alec Ogletree in on the stop. They go play action with Jackson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. Will Fuller, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd and 2. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. A shotgun snap, Fields. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce. Out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Off the option, here's Henry. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Running from the gun with Henry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Lamar Jackson from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Jackson on first down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Dancing to his left. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Flush to his right. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, Fields. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
He's crashing. He's checking crashing.
They'll run with Montgomery. Stop short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15, all right? 6-man. Check.
Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for Chicago. Touchdown. David Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll look to throw. Flushed out. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Boy, that got pretty close to disaster. Going for 2, you cough it up. They almost returned it all the way to the other end for 2 for themselves.
You think a lecture on ball security is in order here? Because and it's not just taking care of it. It's what you just talked about. What can result when you don't take care of it? They almost gave up a score.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Here's Fuller with a catch. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action now. Jackson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So that now back-to-back drive, CD, that have ended with an interception.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. It's complete to Fuller. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters this week?
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Fuller, and he's got Rome. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his maximum speed there, according to the next-gen stats, 21.9 miles per hour.
Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Fields on first down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Christian Wilkins in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw there into the hands of Ross.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
To throw again is Jackson. And this is caught. It's Parker. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. On third down, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it first and goal.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Off the option, here's Henry. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Jackson will throw again. Complete. It's Henry. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now Damian Williams to return it. And able to get this out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A 28-yard line. 1st down, Miami.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. They set up the screen for Henry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game and moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson rolling to his right. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Henry. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now it's Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On first down, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. Pushes him over, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4 touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Cohen now to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Fields. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
On play action, Fields. Incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 15. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now Fields. Man open is Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Dolphins, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as